What's the scariest encounter you've had with a total stranger? I was about 10, getting back home from the park with my sister. She, being the stubborn younger, I need no older sister playing mom to me, sibling walked purposely 20 meters ahead so nobody would even think we were together. She rounds the corner, and I hear a blood-curdling scream. I never covered 20 meters so fast in my life. I round the corner and there's a man, holding my sister by her throat, dragging her into an open car parked nearby. When he sees me advancing and yelling incomprehensibly, I honestly don't know what I yelled. I was scared out of my wits, and he realizes there's two of us. He drops her, jumps into the car and drives off. She had fingerprint-shaped bruises on her throat for days. Yeah, it's been 3 decades and I have this panicky reaction to this day when I'm out with the kids and they run ahead and round the corner. I'm instantly yelling at them to keep closer to me where I can see them. Went to a yard sale with my aunt when I was like 5. A little boy, about the same age as me, approaches me and tells me to come inside to meet his dad. I wander off with him without my aunt noticing, and he brings me into the house where the yard sale is taking place. We go down to the basement and there was his naked dad, lying on a couch excitedly greeting me as if he'd been awaiting my company or something. I actually don't remember much after that. I just got out of there as fast as possible and it's been a strange memory of mine ever since. A very cheerful guy approached me and my friend in a park, in a very non-threatening way. He was holding a frisbee and explained he was putting together an impromptu game of ultimate frisbee and looking for people to join him. Which was fine, but then he tried to grab me by the throat. It was such a sudden change of mood. My friend, an athletic dude, fortunately, got between us and just stared him down and he ran away. The whole thing was just bizarre. I was probably 16, sitting at home alone on the computer when I looked up and saw a man on my back patio looking at the windows and heading towards the door. I have no idea what came over my stupid teen girl mind, but I opened the door and firmly told him to leave. It felt like the voice that came out of me was not mine. It was guttural and deep and grounded, which was the opposite of how I felt. He looked at me and didn't move. He wasn't shocked. It was sort of like he was trying to challenge me or scare me by holding his ground. I said, "Leave," one more time with the same voice and he backed up. He said, "I was just looking for paint," and I responded, "I'm about to start looking for my dad's gun." My divorced dad did not live with us, nor was there a gun in the house lol. I slammed the door, locked it, and went to call 911. They found the guy breaking into another house down the street. Thank God. I got to go pick him out of a lineup and everything. Still one of my scariest moments and possibly one of stupidest moments in my life. Older woman approached me on campus asking me to take her to this spot in town since she doesn't know where it is. I say no, it was a new city for me too and she gave vibes. She insists it's right around the corner so it's not that far, so suddenly she knows where it is. I refuse and she hesitates and then walks off. An older guy asks if she needs directions only for her to walk by him. I just thought it was strange but I didn't really think about it. The next week, I check my phone when I get to class and someone posted an article about how this older woman, who was tied to multiple cases of human trafficking, was just caught by the police in a nearby town. From the description alone, I knew it was the woman I had talked to. I was 19 and I was sleeping with the window open since it was a hot summer night. My BF and I were both knocked out but all of a sudden I wake up, just opened my eyes, didn't get up. And I had a horrible gut feeling and just an overwhelming feeling that I was being watched. I turn to my side and I see someone's head sticking in from the window. Needless to say I had a heart attack and as soon as they heard me get up they left. I'm 14 and was all alone in a dirt path in India and some guy was just sitting on a rock in the middle of the forest. I didn't make eye contact but I could see he was crying. I wanted to help but my gut told me not to. 3 days later was caught for murdering his wife and 5-year-old daughter. I was 16 and sitting on a train station with my mother. Some man came over and started talking to her. After a while I looked at the clock and informed my mother that we needed to go because our train was about to arrive. He flew up from the seat and started screaming at me and wanted to fight me. My mother was confused and tried to explain to him that I was her daughter and that we really did need to leave. He just continued screaming, which of course made teenage me scream back at him. She had to pull me away from there. I never understood what made him see red like that. All I did was inform my mother our train was coming and we needed to leave. 14 years old, walking home, it was dark. Man gets off the bus, opens up his coat and says, "Like what you see." He was in his 40s. Completely naked. I've never run so fast in my life. Back when I was 16 working at Lowe's, some customer who was an old man walked up behind me without me even noticing and whispered in my ear, "Do you know where I can find the hoses at?" He said that so close to my ear where I could feel his warm breath while he was caressing my shoulder. My body froze up and all I could say was, "I think they're in aisle 5, well." Shortly after I found out that he never even went to that end of the store where they were. Lol.